Hello students, today we're going to start a few more objective discussion. Yesterday's 5 completed from the flowering plants. Now I'm going to discuss a few more objectives which are essential in the Neet. So we'll start it now. As the pollen tube penetrates the embryo sac, which specific structure provides the critical guidance to direct its entry? It means when pollen germination, when pollen grain is falls on the stigma, the tube will be formed, right? The tube should be towards the from the stigma to that style to the ovary, right? For that way, which will be direct or which will be give guidance to that? Option A, the antipodal cells at the Kalaza end. B is the two polar nuclei in the central cell, right? C is the filiform apparatus located in the synergids. And last one is the inner integuments of the micropyle region. So here, which one is directed? See here, that answer is the C. The filiform apparatus consists of finger-like cellular projections in the synergids that chemically guide the pollen tube and stimulate the division, right? That's the reason the answer is the filiform apparatus, which is located in the synergies. It have a chemical will be guide the pollen tube. It will stimulate the division, right? Next, we'll go for the next question. Double fertilization is the defined reproductive trait of the flowering plants. What is the two distinct fusion products of this complex process? Okay, double fertilization. Here is the two distinct fusion products. Okay, in the angiosperms, we can see the double fertilization. Double fertilization is the defining reproductive trait of flowering plants. Then, what are the two distinct fusion products? Okay, here is the two identical diploid zygotes, a diploid zygote and a triploid primary endosperm nucleus, which is the pen. C is the a haploid embryo and a diploid endosperm. D is the a zygote and a persistent synergid cells. So here in this process, the two distinct fusion there no a diploid zygote. This is the diploid zygote, right? And a triple primary endosperm. That's a PEN, triploid, which is the 3N, PEN, primary endosperm nucleus. These two will be fused, right? That's the reason called as double fertilization. And along with the one male gamete fuses with the egg. That's generally called as a syngamy, right? That's the 2N zygote will be formed. Resulting form is what, ma? Zygote 2N. One male gamete fuses with the egg, formation of the zygote. Second fuses with the two polar nuclei. That's called the triple fusion. It is the 3N condition, triploid condition. First one is the diploid zygote. Triploid, PEN is the triploid, right? One male gamete fuses with the egg. Resulting is what? Zygote. Second one is a fuses with the two polar nuclei. This is the polar nuclei and this is the one other male gamete. It causes the triple fusion. That formation is the pen formation, right? That answer is the B correct. Next, 8 one. If an angiosperm root cell has a diploid chromosome number of 24, means 2n they have asked here, 2n is the 24, right? What will be the exotploidy level of its primary endosperm? PEN they asked, right? What they asked here? PEN they asked. That the diploid section also they given. What is the diploid condition here? How many? 24, right? Chromosome number is a 24. Then they asked as a what is the pen condition they asked, right? Pen condition they asked. So in this case, here is the first take it the endosperm. In the previous question, see endosperm, which is the PEN, PN, right? A triploid. They're given as an option here. See, A12, B24, C36, D48. So in this case, root cell, how many number of chromosomes? 24. That's a 2n. Therefore, haploid number, how much will be there? 12. Right now? 24 if it is there. Haploid is a 12 obviously. Right? Now, formation of the primary endosperm is how PN will be formed. Already explained in the previous slide. Two polar nuclei. N plus N. Means what? N is what number? I told I haploid N. N plus N. 12 plus 12, 24. Got it? And moreover, the one male gamete, N is equal to 12. Now, Pn means what? Triple fusion, right? Here is a N plus N plus N. 12 plus 12 plus 12. Am I right? 3 12s are 36. Okay, that's the answer. Then 3n is equal to 36. Here is the correct answer. A root cell is the 2n24. So the haploid gamete is the 12. Okay, because the pen is the result of triple fusion. Means what? 3n. 1n is the 12. You know that value calculation. 12 3 is the 36. Answer is the C, right? Got it? Right. We'll go for the next. Yeah. When you drink fresh coconut water and eat the white coconut meat, what specific botanical structure are you consuming? This is a very interesting question. Okay, what structure your coconut, tender coconut, or the coconut meat you want to eat? No, that's the botanically what it's. Liquid free nuclear endosperm, this one. Here is the cellular endosperm inside. This is you are eating, right? So they have given us four options. The water is cellular endosperm. The meat is free nuclear endosperm. Second option is the water is liquid free nuclear endosperm. Water is the coconut what you're drinking. That's the free nuclear endosperm. The meat is a cellular endosperm. Okay, that's the correct answer. Coconut water is a massive true cytoplasmic suspension of free nuclei. As development continues, cell walls forms at the periphery, creating the cellular white kernel. This is a cellular white kernel, which is the cellular endosperm. Okay, this is the free nuclear endosperm. What we are eating here, see, that meat is the cellular endosperm. We are eating this one only. Okay, coconut meat. Got it? Next. Anatomy of dicot in that. In a typical dicotyledon embryo, like a bean is a dicot, right? What is the cotyledon? What is the cylindrical portion of the embryonal axis located directly below the level of the cotyledons? This one they asked, which is marked, no? This is asked. Epicotyle, plumule, hypocotyle, and coloriza. Here is the answer is the hypocotyle. Hypo means below. Hyper means above. The hypocotyle is below the cord. These are the two colons, right? Below it's present, right? And it terminates in the radical root. Epi means above, terminating the plumule, shoot, right? Radical. So here this answer is the hypocotyle is the correct answer. Got it? I hope you clear. These are five objectives. Thank you.